Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the beleaguered city of Ajax, which is currently under assault from a massive force of Western Roman separatists. I am Marcus Aurelius, and this, of course, is Total War Attila, the Eastern Roman Empire, and history. And their general has taken the lead here. That might be their undoing. He's attacking a tower by himself. We're going to rush him with our one unit of cavalry, although they do have a unit of cavalry standing in the way. And it looks like, yep, that was a pretty good job of theirs. They're not going to let us through. Can we reach them with our... They're just outside of the range of our archers. That's a shame. Half his units have already been taken out by the tower. If we can only get this cavalry to run, though it's winning decisively. Oh well. Maybe we'll get lucky and the tower will take out spurious Publicola, while we can talk about the Romano-Persian Wars, or the Byzantine-Persian Wars. And while there was a history of conflict between Romans and Persians, a vast history, from all the way back in 92 BC to the Persian collapse at the hands of the Muslim Caliphate, this specific period that takes place in this game is actually one of the longest peaceful periods in the two empires' mutual history. Oh, come on. This unit is... yeah, almost decimated, or, well, obviously more than decimated, because decimated means 10% taken away, but almost crushed, I should say. 23 men left, and yet spurious, whatever, survives. Not for long, though. We're gonna heavy shot the hell out of him. Come on. That will do a lot toward helping us win this battle. As I mentioned in my episodes about Julian the Apostate, when Julian died during his invasion of Persian Mesopotamia, he was succeeded by the Emperor Jovian, who bought peace by surrendering the city of Nisibis, which had up to that point been a Roman city, to the Persians. He also surrendered other territories east of the Tigris River, and he also agreed to abandon Rome's protection over the Kingdom of Armenia. And our scout Equities just couldn't hack it against mercenary Germanic mounted warband. But we should still be able to take out their general. We're in Testudo, right? Yes, we are. And they're broken. But that doesn't help me. It doesn't help me until he dies. And there's no way for me to ensure his death. That stinks. Meanwhile, you guys should probably Testudo.
Our men are rallying. They're not done yet.
Interesting. Interesting.
A unit's ammunition is spent, and it can no longer fire.
Alright, let's wait until their general gets beyond their defenses, and we'll take him out with what's left of our cavalry, although they're still kind of wavering. Come on, Scout Equities, you're better than this. Alright, everyone, Testudo. I do not want this to be ruined by... yep, there goes my cavalry. They just said, screw it, we've seen enough. We could have taken out their general. Now, I'm not sure what'll happen here. When their general is not actually dead, but rather fleeing the field, does that have any impact on the morale of his troops? Because now, not only is he not dead, but there's no way for me to deaden him. I don't know. I do have faith, however, in my giant units of Lanciares holding off these guys. So, we're out of ammunition for our Sagittariae, who just announced themselves. So I guess they'll just stay where they are. That'll protect them from arrows, I suppose. So after Jovian ceding that territory to the Persians, peace primarily prevailed, as both empires needed to deal with their own separate barbarian threats. The Persians had to deal with the Huns as well in the northeast area, And the Romans, of course, had to deal with not only the Huns, but the Visigoths, the Ostrogoths, the Saxons, the Franks, the Jutes, you name it, Vandals. They had to deal with it. So there were only some small conflicts, and during this entire period that lasted something like 50 to 60 years, the period of this game, there were only 2 major conflicts against the Persians. And by major conflicts, of course, what I mean is declared wars. One was in 421 to 422, when Theodosius II, deeply influenced by his sister Pulcheria, whom we've spoken about before in our segments on Theodosius's wife, Alia Eudocia, and his sister, Galla Placidia, he declared war on the Persians. Why did he do this? Well, Pulcheria was a very pious Christian, and at this time, the Persian king, whose name was Bahram V, he was persecuting Christians in his lands in response to Christian attacks on Zoroastrian temples. Yeah, you guys don't have a chance. Come on. However, nothing lasting came of this war, and it ended with a peace treaty in 422, a year after it started in 421, and both empires returned basically to the status quo. Alright, this group is a bit underdefended, so let's get these guys over there. Un-Testudo yourselves, sirs. Although it looks like they're just walking around. They're just taking the scenic route. Okay, we're doing fine here. The general still hasn't left the map. So the second war was in the year 440. And it was where the Persian king Yazdegerd II raided the Roman-controlled portion of Armenia. The Romans were too busy dealing with the Vandals in Africa and preparing for an expedition against them, so Theodosius II again asked the Persians for peace. The war ended with a small tribute paid to the Persians from the Romans, and a promise by both sides of the conflict that they would not build any more fortifications in the province of Mesopotamia. And aside from that, there were no further conflicts until the 6th century, in the time of, well, around Justinian, I guess, or Anastasius. Alright. Get involved, Comitatenses. Actually, you know what? We should have just Testudo'd you right as soon as we could, but whatever. Everything will be fine. They're only outnumbering us like 10 to 1. It's nothing. It's nothing our brave Romans can't handle, haven't handled before. And truthfully, ladies and gentlemen, that's really all I have to say about the Persians and the Eastern Romans in this time period. And this series is, again, about this time period. And it just strangely happens to fall during a time where the Persians and the Romans were, for the most part, at peace. Which, of course, is nothing like this actual game, where I'm having to take on the entire Persian Empire. But I guess it would be boring otherwise. Are you out of here yet, Commander? General? Let's see if we can see him. There he is. Spurius Publicola, you coward. You should have fallen on the field with your men. Okay. Can anyone use a second wind? You guys have been fighting the longest. Is there a way we can include everybody? No. Well, we'll second win the other guys in 115 seconds. How are we doing here? They're about half strength. They're still pretty much full strength. All the attention's being leveled against these guys. I wish there was a way I could, like the old Romans, have them move to the back and move these guys to the front, but if I did that, they would just get crushed. Which is too bad. They're sending their legios against us. They're exhausted from having to walk around my entire city. Well, no shit, guys. We're still holding strong here. These guys are down to about 60% strength. These guys are still mostly full. It's interesting how when I put 2 units here, 1 unit takes all the brunt of the attack. It's like they're just kind of standing there looking at the enemy here and not actually even fighting. We do have a unit of Comitatenses in reserve for wherever they're needed. Yeah, that would really bug me if having the general retreat off the map doesn't harm morale to the same degree as having the general die. Oh, there's some more Palatina guards. Anatolius Dentatus. Yeah, these guys aren't even fighting. It's too bad you can't move even a little bit while you're in Testudo. Just kind of inch up a little bit. Still, though, we're doing a far better job than they are. Maybe I haven't shown you guys a close-up of our troops when they're in Testudo. Oh, there they are. Very handsome set of Romans there. Although in this period, more than likely, the vast majority of them are not actual Romans, but barbarian Confederates. What are we doing here? No. Whew, boy. That was almost a big mistake. Alright, we're starting to wear them out over there. General, let's second wind these guys now. Okay. And then in 115 seconds, we'll second wind these guys. You know, frankly, folks, you don't have to just sit here and stare at this, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording until the battle is over. I'm pretty sure unless something crazy happens, we're going to win. If not, if something crazy does happen, then I will bring us back, alright? So just hold on a moment. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was harder than at first it appeared, but we managed to win. We took out 2,500 Roman separatists and lost 900, almost 1,000 of our own. We did lose 2 full units of Lanciarii. Senores says. Lanciarii, Senor. We lost them. 2 units of them. And a unit of Comitatenses from our garrison. Both of our, well, our Marines survived. But yeah. And they gained experience from that. Okay, I guess. I guess losing is one way to gain experience. And now we're being attacked. Who the hell are you people? Macedonian rebels? Okay, Macedonian rebels are attacking Corinth. And, that's a problem. That's a big problem. Okay, well. This is not a drill. I mean, we are going to have to win this. They have a general, but luckily he only has 1 star. They have a ton of siege engines. Maybe we can get our cavalry involved. They have 2 units of cataphracts and 2... Oh my goodness. This is going to be so rough. This is going to be so rough. Okay. Oh, thank goodness we have a navy. So as long as we can get them into the city. Oh boy. Alright, well. Holy crap. I would say we would love to use our towers to help in this, but I think our troops would just be sitting ducks for their siege engines. So, okay. Comitatenses, there. And for right now, Comitatenses here. I'm assuming that they're going to... What's your line of fire, guys? I need to know what your line of fire is. Aren't you telling me? I wonder if they could hit this. Well, we'll move them if they can't. You guys in the middle. And Equities, let's put you there. Let's set up a barricade. I guess there. Nowhere else to do it. Alright. Now, first thing we have to do is these guys have to land. Come on. The sooner the better, guys. And these two of you that are not landing, maybe here, please? Alright. Hopefully my one unit of Scout Equities could take out some of their artillery.
Nothing remains of that tower now.
Wow. Oh boy. Get in town square as fast as you can, guys. This is not a drill. Are you hidden? Yes, you're hidden. Okay. Alright. I guess this is our own city. I can't use Flaming Shot. But it does have a bonus versus cavalry of 10. Oh well. We can repair the city. Town square, quickly. And you do something, please. Alright. Let's see if we can't outrun their cavalry. Oh, they're trying to intercept. I see what they're doing. Crap. These guys aren't going to make it. Publius Marina, the leader. Unless they decide to storm our guys, that would be wonderful if they decide to do that. These guys are coming around. That's a problem. Alright, Lanciaries. I don't want to use my general, but you're all I've got right now. Let's take out those onagers.
The enemy is breaking down one of our barricades.
Okay, you guys go up here, please. Those are relatively weak cavalry units.
Enemy troops have reached the walls.
Bowmen, how about there, please? Oh, shoot. They got cataphracts at us. Bowman back. Oh, dang it. Flaming shot. Just hit him. Just do whatever you can. Just open fire. If you hit our guys, that's alright.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
Well. Come on. Come on, guys. Get one more volley off. Too late. Well, we got one unit of Marines up here to safety anyway. Can't you guys attack that catapult any faster? Ballistieri. Now they've got 2 units of cataphracts against our Roman Bowman Marines.
Their unit has rallied.
They're holding up fairly well, actually. Oh, this looks bad. Please take out the onagers as soon as you can. We have 2 units of ballista to see to. Oh, are you
Rallying.
You're rallying? Get in the walls quickly. And by quickly, I mean, you know, quickly. Ah, see, they keep getting scared just seeing the enemy. Come on, guys, you can do this. No.
Our men run from the enemy.
No, you can't do this. Archers. Let's go with standard shot and see if you could take out the Balistiari. Actually, let's see if you guys can help, please. Let's see what's going on over here. They left their siege engineers just sitting there in their silly little felt hats. Almost got him. Got him. All right. Come on, cavalry. Let's see if we can't take out their Balistiari. Oh, no, no, no. Stop. I do not want my archers going into melee. And our archers finally are fleeing. Those guys get the MVP award of this battle, if any of them survive. There's currently 26 of them still alive. They've almost got this group of cataphracts fleeing. Because of this tower, I think, helping them out. That is amazing. That is amazing. You guys, Roman Bowmen Marines, you are the champions. All right. Take out the Balistiari. Archers, go up here quickly.
Our men return to the fight.
MVPs, go after this tower now. Let's see if we can't use another tower against them. And our cavalry is just being used beautifully. This is excellent. These guys are getting comfortable here by this tower. Just... Can you turn around? There we go. Alright, normally I wouldn't put Scout Equities against cataphracts. But I think these cataphracts have been upset enough that it's something that might be interesting. Is this tower actually doing anything? Oh, look at that. Ladies and gentlemen. Cataphracts that are going to rout due to Scout Equities. That guy said it. You probably didn't hear him, but he was like, what a bunch of girls. Look at that. Look at that. He just knocked him off his horse, and I just pointed at the screen, and you couldn't see that, but that was okay. That was awesome. Scout Equities, if the Roman Bowmen Marines were not the MVPs of this battle, you guys would be. Hey, everyone. Nice. Alright. No, no, not that way. Okay, Legio Comitatenses. Actually, you stay where you are, but let these guys go here to back up our general. I have never seen a more inspired defense. Spurius Tubero needs to be promoted to something amazing because he's seriously a true Roman. He has just led in an amazing defense. Do you guys still have arrows? Let's see if we can't take out Flavius Caninus. How about heavy shot? Are you guys firing? Sort of. Come on, Equities. We have one more job for you. Alright, Comodatenses, charge. Scout Equities, charge. This is what you get for rebelling against Arcadius, fools. Oh, here come our Comodatenses. Oh, if you think any of you guys are getting away, you do not know me very well. Archers, I think you can stop now. Let's keep some of our men alive. In fact, why don't you just go over there? Yeah, let's turn off your javelins as well, friends. 11 cataphracts, they might survive. And our Marines, our MVPs, they're still around, but they're still wavering. Apparently no one's told them the battle's over. These guys are sure fighting hard for being routed. Let's send the team after them. Equities, you guys aren't good at chasing after folks. Come on. I know you've had an amazing battle, but that doesn't mean we just give up now. We can't let even one of these filthy rebels escape. They were hiding in Macedonia and we didn't even know they were there. Okay, Palatine guards. Come on. I hate how they get spread out like that. Protextoris Domestici. Alright. You're finished soon. Alright, that's enough. Now this is funny, ladies and gentlemen. We have been fighting the Persians for what now, 10 episodes? And yet, in the episodes that we discuss the Roman-Persian wars of this period, the battles are actually against rebels and separatists. Oh well, I guess the timing could have been better. But heroic victory over our foul enemies, and we've crushed them down to a man. Although we are going to have to spend some money to rebuild Corinth. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you so much for watching. I'm Marcus Aurelius. Have a good one.